3 organizations have joined forces to promote rural economies. Launched today, a new campaign called The Pathway to Prosperity looks at ways to highlight the benefits of having a strong rural economy. It's already getting buy-in from those who can affect change.
During the last 3 decades, the regions that have built BC's economy, especially in the heyday of forestry, have experienced a reversal of fortunes. The divide between the economies of urban centres and rural centres has widened. The aim of the Rural BC project is to first identify the differences and then find ways to narrow the gap.
Rural British Columbia has a place alongside urban British Columbia in the well-being of the province. So that's part of that conversation. But helping communities on both sides of the urban-rural divide understand the importance of rural British Columbia. Even those who live in rural British Columbia don't always appreciate what they have to offer.
Being an MLA representing both urban centres like Prince George and a smattering of smaller communities as well, Pat Bell is familiar with the differences. He says the Rural BC project coincides with his jobs plan.
And the thing that's interesting for me is it really nicely aligns with the BC Jobs Plan. And we got there independently. It's not like they tried to replicate the BC Jobs Plan or the Jobs Plan tried to replicate their work. Yet the fact that we came to the same conclusion, I think really bodes well to say we're on the right target, we need to work together. And if we do that and execute effectively, then we'll have great outcomes.
According to the report, many parts of rural BC have experienced low growth since 1985 in terms of population and income, but recently that's begun to change.
When the natural resource sectors are working, when transportation initiatives are moving forward, when you have the sorts of impacts that we see from institutions like the University of Northern British Columbia, the other way around isn't necessarily the case. Sometimes the Lower Mainland, Vancouver can be doing well, but the rest of BC doesn't benefit from that same prosperity.
Part of the challenge with improving rural economies in northern BC is the sparsity and isolation of the region.
Times change, people understand that their economic success and their social success and their cultural success could hinge on looking at the opportunities in a different, more expansive kind of way. And I think we're slowly seeing that with rural British Columbia.
The report sets out a series of 20 recommendations, including a commitment to long-term funding mechanisms for regional economic growth and even the designation of a senior cabinet minister responsible for rural issues. Cheryl Jan, CKPG News.